Good morning to CEO Trades with your market update. Today is March 19th. It's a little after 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are you ready? Are you set? Well, let's get going. These are some of the stocks that I'm looking at today. I don't see much of a movement in the market. I would say it's more of a learning day than it is of an investing day. I haven't seen any information on any major stock movements. The market in general is down, and I highly recommend that you take the time to learn that you don't have to invest every day, you don't have to trade every day, but you do have to be aware of what the movements are just in general so that you can follow and see a trend. This is TKAT. Yesterday I made $2,000 somewhere in here, and then I lost it right in here. So I I did the greatest move. Um, I should have just stayed with my 2,000 plus, but that's what happens when you get confident and want to keep going. That's what happens. And then I tried to get some of the gains here, but I received an important call yesterday and I had to just sell everything because I couldn't concentrate on what I was doing. So that happens as well. This stock is highly volatile. If you're looking to get into this stock, I would say, it's a high risk. It's not for a long-term investment. It is way overvalued. It's what right now at $27 a share, and it might go up a lot more. It might go down. I don't know. It's been on an upward trend for 2 days now. Apple is down at around 120, 121. I expect this to go down to closer to 116, and that's when I plan to go in. It might not happen today. It might happen at the end of the day. It might happen at the beginning of the market, but by next week, we should see a move. Supposedly, people who are receiving their checks are uh, starting to get them today. The majority of people today, um, because there was some issue. I don't know exactly what it was. So let's expect to see some big market movements either today or most probably next week, which I have not seen any heavy market movements yet. Canif, I'm just watching. You can see it's consolidating. I don't see much of a movement. AGTF, I'm invested for long term. I'm up well over $1 a share. I purchased somewhere in the $4.70 range. Ride, okay, Ride. I was excited about that's the key word. I was excited about until Hindenburg Research shorted this stock and said that this stock is not worth investing. And since then, it has been completely on a downtrend. On a downtrend. Yesterday, there was an attempt by three different analysts, three different companies, right? Morgan Stanley down here. Let me see where else. Um, Morgan Stanley. Um, what are the other companies? Let's see. There were three different companies that rated this stock somewhere around $40. And guess what? Look, it dropped. No one paid attention. I attempted to jump in somewhere in here to see if there was a good movement. I didn't see any movement, and I bailed out. I don't care to hold for stock that does not have the proper news, the proper information for me to invest for longer term. What else was released? Well, one of my uh, members in the group that I am in, that we give each other information on stocks, said this. Number one is that Hindenburg Research researched individuals who were supposedly going to buy pre-orders of Ride, 52 million dollar orders, $40 million orders, and they all said no, that they had no real orders, that all they were is interested in when the vehicle came out to see if their expectations would be met. One of those people who were interviewed has a business out of their apartment. However, they were quoted as being able to afford $52 million for vehicles or something like that. Um, Another one said that all they did was sign the paperwork because they were interested, not because they were committing. So this is all questionable for Ride. Ride, as you can see, has dropped. It has dropped immensely. Let me just show you the past. 20 days. You can see from 25 high and it went down to what, 1280 low. It's at $13 right now. This might drop a little bit more. Let's look at the year chart. That way you have a better understanding. So the beginning of last year, 2020 or March or so, it was $10. So it's not far from the bottom. That's where the bottom is right now. And to get out of there, they've got to make these vehicles they've been promising that they're going to make. And supposedly they're getting ready to work on vehicle number two, because the first vehicle, electric vehicle, is a pickup truck, which I saw, and it's really, really nice. This is a stock I'm just watching, IDRA. It has dropped immensely, dropped over 60%. And analysts now are saying that it's worth about $2 a share, and that's pretty much where it's at right now. Um, FCell, I'm invested for the long term. I have purchased shares at $14.70. This is at 14.60. It dropped a little yesterday to 14.15. That can happen. Catching the bottom is, you have to have some luck as well, because getting the total bottom is not easy. But I'd say this is a fair investment, because this stock will go up to closer to 20 in the next several weeks, if not few days. And I think after this, Ford, I really like it. Dropped to here. I was hoping it dropped a little bit more, 12.45. I was hoping it dropped to 11 or 10 so I could jump in, but people really like Ford. Ford is getting ready to release their electric Ford 150, a very famous vehicle that many people are interested in. This is GameStop right here. You can see it's on a downtrend. This should start to pick up as the stimulus money gets in hand. I don't think there's news to make it move today, but hopefully next week. This is AMC for some of you who are interested in. As if this one doesn't move, until this one moves, these will not move. That's AMC, Express, and Bed Bath and Beyond. Those are just some of the plays that are following the trend of GameStop. So that's it for today's market update. Enjoy, learn something new, and remember that if you are not learning, then what are you doing? You're just wasting time. All right. The best account to invest in is your knowledge account. Once you invest in your knowledge account, your bank account grows immensely. Have a great one.